This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors.
Loss of memory, uncontrollable emotions, poor judgment, just 3 symptoms of dementia. Recent statistics show about 6.5 million people in the U.S. aged 65 and older are living with Alzheimer's disease. That is a form of dementia.
Guess what? That number is expected to double by the year 2050. Now, a more promising study shows that caregivers can help reduce the risk of dementia by keeping seniors engaged. And it's a job that reaps rewards for both the caregiver and the one they're providing care for. And you know what? Somebody who knows that firsthand is this lady right here. This is Amy McDermott. She's the Director of Seniors Helping Seniors. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
I want to talk about dementia for a minute.
I know you love talking about this.
Yeah.
Can we talk about caregivers for just a second? We're not talking about medical care when we're talking about caregivers, right?
Correct. We're talking about non-medical licensed home care.
Okay.
So, there's a huge need for caregivers right now. We are so short-staffed. We have a waiting list that's months long. I've got a dozen people any day on my waiting list waiting for help. It makes me think that people might be afraid that they might be put with somebody who has dementia because it's so prevalent.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it's not scary.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the services that a caregiver with Seniors Helping Seniors would provide to a patient with dementia.
We provide non-medical home care. So that is companionship, socialization, which we talked about is so critical as we age. We lose a lot as we age. We lose our friends, our neighbors, our spouses, and we're left isolated. So companionship is huge. But we also help keep the house tidy. We provide transportation. We make a sandwich. We make a bed. We help with laundry. We do grocery shopping. We do the things that need to be done that become a little bit more difficult as you age, especially if you can't lift or put a bottom sheet on a bed. It's really tough. We do all those things for our seniors, and we've got such a need for more caregivers. And I'm concerned that people aren't calling me because they're afraid of being put in a situation they won't be comfortable with. Yeah. So I want to talk about dementia a bit.
Well, then how does dementia affect caregiving? Well,
first of all, it's about 30% of the population. 30% of the population will die from some form of dementia, which, as you mentioned, is it's a collection of symptoms. So Alzheimer's is a form of dementia, but you could have Parkinson's dementia, concussion dementia. The only difference is really just a little bit of confusion. So there's stages of dementia, and one of my muses, Teepa Snow, who's an occupational therapist who trains many of us on how to care for people with dementia, gives them GEM titles. So diamonds are the first level, and they're the most difficult to work with because they've got 1 foot in real life and 1 foot in Dementiaville, and they are they can be a little tough because they're still the boss of their house.
Right.
So for people like them, the diamonds, they are a little harder. They really don't want our help, but their loved ones need us to go in.
Sure.
But most of the customers we provide care for are at a next level, and they are usually sweethearts. They're people who are appreciative of help. They don't know they're getting help necessarily, but they're kind. Usually they're sweet. Most everybody. We've got a few cranky people, but most are very sweet and kind, and they just are vague. They're just a little vague. They need a little help. They need to be reminded or help to button their shirts. They don't remember, or they'll put on 2 different pair of shoes. They're so easy to care for in most cases. It just takes little creativity. It doesn't matter how you play rummy. It doesn't matter what the rules are, just by playing and socializing. It's so rewarding. And I do want to say, I've never talked about this on this show before. I never talk about salary or money because I'm looking for people who have the heart of a servant. The people call me and they want to volunteer for my organization, and I always say, but we will pay you. You will be an employee. So I want to talk about this because times are tight right now. Groceries are high. So if you work 10 hours a week at this job, you'll not only feel the reap the benefit of the doing something of value, great value for another human being, you'll reap that reward first. But just 10 hours a week is $600 a month.
Sure.
Many of my employees make $2,000 a month,
Really?
or even double that.
Oh my goodness.
So you can make some money and make ends meet, make your life easier, but most importantly, you can feel good about yourself, about helping another human, and the gift is truly in the giving. There is no question about
You
that.
can do this, you can make money, and you can get a bonus.
Yes.
Amy McDermott with Seniors Helping Seniors, thank you so much.
You're
and we'll have
very
contact
welcome.
information on our website, marvalife.com.